All right. Is it working? Yep. Shh. Okay. This paper you should already have. You should have already had started it. But if you didn't, I will go over with you right now. Okay. So you should have that the paper is 12 centimeters. It's not really. If you measured it, it's some weird thing. So it doesn't work if you measure it. So we folded it in half. We folded the paper in half. This is still 12 centimeters, but this is now 6, right? Because if we fold 12 in half, we get 6. Okay? If this side is 6 and this side is 6, what's this side right here, the slanted side? 6 square root 2. Good, because it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Okay? So again, this 6, 6, 6 square root 2 right here. If we take square root 2 and we fold it in half, we get 3 square root 2. Okay? 3 square root 2 each side because it is a square. If it's a square, all 4 sides are congruent. Everybody with me? Yes? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now we're going to do it with x. This is important because we might not know what the side length is. We might take different pieces of paper. Like this is definitely not 6 centimeters, right? But if I knew what one side length is, without folding it and measuring it, I could find out what it is if I knew that this was x. So I'm moving this up. This end result, this is the most important part. You need it for your next paper, is 3 square root 2. 3 square root 2. Okay, ready for the bottom? Ready, ready, ready? Okay. This length right here is x centimeters big. This is still x, and I fold it in half. What's half of x? 1/2 x, or x over 2? It's good. Good, Abby. Okay. So if this is x over 2, and this is x over 2, what's this slanted part right here? What did we do up here? We had 6 square root 2. So this should be what? X over 2 square root 2. Okay? So this is still right here. This is x square root 2 over 2. Now I'm going to take x square root 2 over 2 and I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to get x square root 2 over 4. Okay? Because you guys get that a fourth is a half of a half, right? Okay. Make sure you have this down. You need this in order to do the cube continued worksheet. Now we're going to turn it over. As soon as you have it, you're going to turn it over. Okay. Now remember, guys, this gives you just this front part of this cube, okay? So it's 3 square root 2 for this length right here, or x square root 2 over 4 right here. Okay, let's turn it over. This part, I'm going to have you guys figure this out as a group, but I'm going to start you off, okay? This is 12 centimeters still. This is still 12 centimeters. What's this length right here on the side? 6. Okay? What's this little length right there? 3. And so this would also be 3, so this would be right here. This length would be 3 square root 2. Good. Okay, I'm going to stop there and let you guys. This one. Okay? I'll give you one more hint. If this is 3 square root 2 and this is 3 square root 2, the whole thing is 6 square root 2. Okay, you guys are going to finish the rest. Let's move down to the bottom. I'm going to start setting up the same thing for you. This is x, right? This is x over 2. This little part right here, that's x over 4. So this part right here is x over 4 what? Square root 2. Okay? So this part right here is 2 of them together. So it would be, we got x square root 2 over 4 plus x square root 2 over 4. Right? So that's 2x square root 2 over 4, which becomes x square root 2 over 2. Okay, that's where I'm going to stop. You guys are going to have to continue. You need to find this length right down here for both of these. That's the most important part. And I'm going to show you why now as we move to the next page. So you should have the cube continued. Cube continued. Okay, so we're right here. The cube continued. We want to know, here is one side of your big cube. So it's like this right here. It's just the top. Okay? So it's like just that. It's like just that part. Okay? We want to know what the surface area of this whole face is. So we need to find the length of each side because we know area is what again? Length times width. Okay? Then we want to find the total surface area of the whole cube. Okay, so let's look at our cube. If we find the surface area of the top, what do we do to find the surface area of the whole thing? So this is one side. How many other faces are there? 6 in total, right? So we find the area of this and times it by 6. So maybe we take, I'm going to draw myself a little note. I'm going to say number 1 times 6 equals total surface area. Because I don't know about you guys, but I sometimes forget what my teacher told me if I don't write things down like that. All right. Number 3 and 4, you should have no problem with because I went over what the length of one of the sides are, right? So you're just going to find the area, and area is what again? Length times width, and the length and width are the same because it's a square, right? And then this is this total surface area. So again, it's like number 3 times what again? How many faces does this have? 6. So everybody in this class, because I've given them the answers, should be able to figure out 3 and 4. Okay? 1 and 2, you're going to have to figure out the back of that cube continued first. All right, let's turn her over. This is all about ratios. We're going to take the small cube's total surface area and divide it by the large cube's surface area. So this is like number 2 and number 4. Number 4, number 2. Total surface area of the little cube over total surface area of the big cube. Write this down so you remember what to do. Number 6 is you're going to find the volume. Volume is length times width times height. It's going to be centimeters squared, where area is centimeters what? I mean, this is centimeters cubed. Area is centimeters squared, right? Okay. And then you're going to use the volume ratios. The volume of the big cube over the volume of the small cube. Better? Okay. And number 8, you got to figure out what the shape here would be in white and find the area of it. So number 8 is kind of a challenge one. Okay, guys, you have the rest of the hour to work on this, but remember we are leaving to go to an assembly about something. So. It's 10th grade.